I think the song that I love is "It All Comes Down to Love" by BB Winans. And I guess it's because it talks about I just love love, right? I love love, and it's a song that just reminds me of the love that I have for my family, my siblings. So I always find that every time I listen to the song, it just takes me back. It grounds me. If I can probably put it like that. Yeah. This is the emoji, right? This is the emoji. And the only reason probably that's that emoji is I've really never been in one place, right, for a long time. So I always find myself asking myself, so what else can I do? What else can I do? Can I be a lot more challenged, than where I am? Can I do better? And I'm always curious. I'm always curious to know more. So yeah, and the reason I would do that is because some people would probably look at it and say, hi, but because you've been here and here and here and here. But if you really think about it, that's me just always being curious about what else then don't I know, that I gotta know about. So yeah, I think that's the emoji. Yeah, so I guess for me, the motto in life that I have, and probably anchored a lot more by what some of the discussions that I have with my dad, really the fact that as long as you're alive, you must keep playing. That keeps me going. And I'm forever reminded that even at the end of my days, I'll never even know half of what I need to know, So for that reason, I always come from a point of departure that says, learn a lot more. What else don't you know? So that's always something that keeps me going. And I think it humbles me, because if you ever get to the point where you think you know enough, then you must know you're in trouble. Just know that you're in trouble. So I'm continuously humbled by the fact that there's a lot that you need to know, and continuously humbling myself to get to the point where I learn a lot more than what I knew yesterday. It depends. When it's a good day, boss, boring. But when it's a hectic day, something that's, all right, So yeah, a bit of wine here and there, and nothing hectic. But yeah, it's just dependent on what the day looks like, and these type of things. But yeah, rooibos is it's probably the first one I take in the morning. It's a bit boring, but yeah, let's see. I guess the one that left a lasting impression is the one around Findili, by Viola. Yeah. And the reason why that has hit me hard, it's just the fact that finding ourselves is a continuous journey, right? You never get to the point where you fully find yourself. But where you come from, how you've evolved, to get to where you are, and just also knowing that, we are not perfect. We are not perfect. We are not necessarily all appreciated by people that we work with. And yeah, really just being at the position where you can fully accept who you are, and over time being authentic about, who you are, and more than anything, just being secured within, inside your skin, So I found that book hitting me, in places that really make sense for me. So Finding Me is really the book for me for a while. So, yeah. So I guess for me, especially in a corporate world, right, it's a very complex environment. It's an environment where you meet a lot of challenges. It's an environment where you fail. You can easily fail. So for me, I think is to really advise all women and men out there that failure is part of the journey. Actually, when you don't fail, you must know that you haven't started, to be quite honest with you. So it's a subject that's very close to my heart, because some of us, when we grew up, failure was really a daunting thing. We were just not brought up in a way that we taught to accept the fact that in life we are going to fail one way or the other. As long as you walk the soils of this earth, you are going to fail, and it's all around how then you respond to the failure. And I'm finding myself, I'm very quick to forgive myself. When I make mistakes, I know that it was a mistake that I made, and I'm very quick. I have to be very quick to forgive myself, and rather than being in the cycle of limiting myself every time, why did I do that? I never want to get into that cycle. So I made a mistake, get over it, and get to the next one, So for me, I think that's something that they must embrace more than actually running away from it, if that makes sense. And I guess it makes sense to me now because I failed as well. I mean, there was a point in time in my life when, and it's probably a turning point for me where, I got retrenched. I saw that as a failure in my life. But what later I got to realize that that actually shaped me, right? Shaped me, shaped the authentic me, and I got a lot more matured, and it paused my life a bit, which is not something that we regularly do. So it paused my life, and I really had to find myself. Who am I? What do I like? Why am I here? Those type of things. So hence I'm saying, I think we must embrace it a lot more than actually running away from it. Yeah.
Thank you. Can we get a dance move there while we...
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Wow.